when we plan for something in our life, whether it's a career, whether it's a project, whether it's private project or in any area, basically, we need to know three things: who we are, what we want, and what is the plan. Welcome to Broaden Base, guys. I would like to thank AIESEC for inviting me as a speaker. First of all, it's a great honor to have you guys as an audience. You know why? I don't know you yet, but what I know is that when you decide to show up at this session and all other sessions, if you sign up for more during this conference, then you have a goal, you have a dream, you have something you want in your life, and you are ready to go to the next level. Is that right? Can you guys switch on the mics and the videos, or one of that, so I can see who I'm talking to? Hi, there we go. I don't want to sit in the dark forest with lights off. That would be very boring. All right, so I can see Maiven, Melissa, is that right? Luca, is that correct? Yeah, very nice, great. So, do you know what is 80% of, what makes 80% of success in life? Anyone?
It's
any project? Yeah.
Well, it's it's that you're it's building up your skills and working hard towards your goal.
Yes, of course. Anyone else? More ideas?
Being motivated.
Being motivated is very important.
I think it could be strategic planning.
That's a good answer. Let me tell you what makes 80% of success. It is showing up. You know, when you decide to show up somewhere, when you decide to take a challenge and actually stand out there, expose yourself to a challenge, then it's already 80% of success. All right? That you dare to do it. And that's what you guys are doing today. So thank you. One thing, I encourage you to stay open, because you should not believe one thought that I'm going to share with you today. Whose experience is that? Is mine. I'm going to share my experience. I encourage you to take the information, test it, use it, check it, and then make your own experience. All right? Very good. And if you hear a voice in your head saying like, oh, no, I have a comment, but I'm scared to say it, or I have a question, but that's for sure a stupid question, I just tell you, there is nothing like that, okay? No stupid questions and no bad comments. Just speak out, ask questions, be active. And yeah, just don't listen to that voice, because that's the voice that doesn't support you. It doesn't support your learning. It stops you from your learning. It works against you. Let's see. I hope it's okay if I tell you a little bit about myself. That's nice to see some people nodding. There are a lot of you who didn't switch on camera yet. I see Maria, and then Maria, and then who else is here? Amina, and Sophia, Anastasia, and Ivan. But some of you are still not showing up. All right, we're not gonna force you guys. But yeah, I come from Ukraine. Do I have any other of you who come from that country in this session?
Yes.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
You too?
I come from Ukraine, and since childhood, I was the leader in the yard with my peers. I was initiating games and had a lot of friends. When I was at school, I was involved in all the student organizations, just like you guys, being active and showing up and challenging myself. And later on, I decided to change my life and move to Norway, maybe like some of you also. And then my plan was to find a dream job. And I didn't know what it was. What is my dream job? So I had to start with myself and make a plan how I'm going to do it. But through all the years and all the life challenges, I always knew where I wanted to be at the end. So have you guys heard and read a book of Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? No? I recommend you this book. It's really, really fun to read, and it helps on the strategic planning. So to begin with the end in mind means to start with a clear understanding of your destination. It means to know where you're going so that you better understand where you are now, and so that the steps you take are always in the right direction. So what does it mean to begin with the end in mind? Can you guys share with me? Do you have any examples?
But we have to. But if we know a destination, if we know what destination we want to reach, does it mean that we have to? Does it automatically mean that we have to know the exact ways to reach it?
Not always. Not always. But if you know what you want, and if you know where you want to come at the end, then you have a visual picture of it, I guess. Yeah? Do you? How do you do that? Do you write it down, Maria? Do you write it down, or do you draw a picture of where you want to be at the end of your dream?
No, I'm imagining it, but I do not write it down or draw it.
So you just think about it. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Right? Anybody else? How do you make any plans? Anastasia.
Yeah. So yeah. First of all, I visualize the outcome I want to reach, and afterwards I try to work on a plan that would bring me to the outcome I want to reach. For example, I try to create several strategies on how to reach my goal, and also, for example, create several plans, like plan A or plan B, because I'm the type of person that would want to have backup plans, so I can so I can be assured that I can actually reach my goals. And this strategy has so far, here or there, brought me to the outcomes I wished for. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for sharing. Oh, there we have Sarah. She switched on camera. Hi, Sarah. Very good. So how many of you guys do actually plan their life?
I do.
You do? Yes. Sophie or Sophia, what is the right way to say your name?
Sophie. But
Sophie.
I do well.
You do plan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you do that? Do you write it down? Do you make some dream charts or whatever it is? Can you share?
Yeah, it's no writing down, but more like I look, where do I want to be, like in short run, where do I want to be in long run, what are my goals for studies, where do I want to go for my master's and stuff like that.
But you don't write it down, so you
No.
all keep it in your head.
Yes.
All right. Wow, you have to have a good memory on all the details. So yeah, to keep telling a little bit more. So I always knew what I wanted, and I always knew what my strengths were and what my weaknesses were. And then I just focused on my strengths. So when difficult times come, I just keep looking at the end where I have this picture. So I usually either write it down or make a picture. I visualize the end destination of the project as much as I can. I can do a dream chart or just cut pictures out of a magazine or print out pictures from internet. What exactly do I want? Just to make it easier for my own mind, not to remember all the details all the time, but just look at it. Oh yeah, it's right there. I can see it, and just keep working towards it. Visualizing is a very good thing, and you know what? I'm very curious, guys, to know you better. I have a suggestion. Can you please, everyone, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we're going to do something fun together. Pascal, you also should do that. You're not getting out of it without working. Amina is ready. Melissa. Yeah. So I guess you're ready. So what are we going to do now? Let me just scroll down a little bit. Yeah. This is the first exercise. You know, it's called a workshop. It's not a lecture. I'm not here to give any lectures. We're going to work together. You will have 3 minutes, and you need to write down as many things you want to achieve during 2021. You can think about different areas of your life: job, education, money, health, family, relationships, social life, anything what is important for you. And when you're ready, just keep your pen, put it up like this so I can see you are ready. You are done. And your time starts now. Just don't think too much. Just write everything that comes to your mind. All right? You have 2 more minutes, guys. Just write everything that comes to your mind. Don't think too much. Just write it all out. And 1 last minute. Oh, I wish I could see all the faces of you guys. Vegard, Maria. Anastasia changed name to Anya. Anna.
Yeah.
So it means you start getting comfortable here. It's good. All right. So 3 minutes. And then we need some brave people now who can share with us. And just so you know, when we are sharing at this forum is for each other's growth. It's because when you share something, the others probably can recognize themselves, or they would say, oh wow, this is something new. I've never thought that way, or this person is inspiring me or challenging me, that's why we are here. So can anybody share?
I can start.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Melissa.
You can go.
No, you can go first as well. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, very good. Melissa, yes.
Yeah. So I wrote that this year I would really like to, hopefully, if it's possible, travel a little, because of the situation that we're in. So I was not traveling a lot, so I would like to see some interesting places. I also said that I would like to go to firms and search for a job related to my studies. Go, like door to door with the CV in my hand and say, "Hi, this is me. I would like to start even as a as a secretary, even just something, just to go around it, even just to learn the job and maybe get it, hopefully." And also I said that I want to finish the school year with good grades.
That's a very good goal. Very good goals. Can I challenge you a little bit? Yeah. This part about the jobs is really exciting, but can you please write it down a bit more? Norwegian words are coming into my mind. Can you please formulate it in a bit more specific way? Let's say, I want to travel to this country, or I want a job within this and this and this company, and give yourself a time limit. Would you?
Well, we talked about doing this in 1 year, and I already thought about going to firms like consulting groups, but I was afraid that they would not even look at me because I'm first year university. So and also my Norwegian is not super good, so it's kind of stopping me from actually going and actually doing it.
Right. So it's very good, and thank you that you share. Just don't doubt yourself so much. Just write a more affirmative goal and specify it a little bit more, if you can. Yeah, I can give an example. For me, some years ago, I wanted to lose some kilos. I was really big, and I was mobbed at school. I didn't have a good time, and my goal was to lose kilos, right? So I could write something like, I want to lose 15 kilos by eating healthy and training 3 times a week before Christmas, right? This is a more specific thing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All right, but thank you. Anybody else?
Well, I could go next. First thing for me is to learn Norwegian, because I'll be here for a year, and when I leave, I want to be able to speak it quite fluently. Then I would like to get an internship in real estate in the US for next year. I also want to find some suitable master's program, probably in the UK, but Canada would also be something that interests me. Then I also want to finish my degree early, because for me the bachelor's is 4 years instead of 3, and I want to be done with in 3.5. And then, yeah, obviously good grades.
Wow, that's very ambitious. Very good. In the beginning, you said something. Can you repeat again the first thing?
Yeah, that was learning Norwegian.
Yeah. Can you specify, learning Norwegian, one word a day or, yeah.
I haven't set a goal on how much to learn a day, but I've got some Norwegian neighbors to speak a little bit Norwegian with. And I want to be like at some, B2 level, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's more specific. Learn Norwegian during 2021 to become a B1 level, right? Anybody else who wants to share?
Yes.
Yes, Maria, please.
I actually have written a lot of plans.
Yeah, that's very good.
I don't know.
Let us hear that.
Well, okay, I have a long list of plans. One of them, some of them are making 3 comics to Bobla, a magazine, and win CSP's International Illustration Contest, become better at singing, publish a novel or any book, fully develop my characters and plot for the novel I started on, because I know that these characters are undeveloped, and of course I know how a great part of the most exciting parts of the book are going to happen, but I really struggle with the middle of the book, and to draw Sakura 100 years drawings and read at least one of the Norwegian book series, spend less time on Somi and internet, of course, make independent comics, and choose the right 40 group, and get
wow, that's nice. What a list. And that's all for 2021?
Yes.
Yes. Wow, you gotta have a good plan to achieve those.
Oh no.
Yeah, you will make it. I think you will make it. But do you guys see any difference by writing it actually down?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Who say that? I don't see who say that.
It's me, Anna.
Anna, yeah. Can you share what you think about it when you write it down? What is happening in your head?
I just crystallize it, as in I get to prioritize what is my first goal, what is the first thing I have to focus on, and afterwards I just write the most important things, because I wrote actually pretty much quite a few things, not just 2 or 3. I have a lot of things to do, and I just realized that I actually have a busy year in front of me, a busy time in front of me, and this just motivates me more, because I think that as soon as I finish with these tasks, let's say with my goals for this time, I'm closer to my bigger goal.
Very good. So what you're saying is that when you write down, it helps you to crystallize, to be more specific, and then to prioritize.
Yeah, definitely.
Very, very good. Maiven, do you want to share with us
how it helps me to write them down? I think that by writing them down, it becomes more real in a way, and it makes you really like prioritize, and especially if you use a couple minutes on it, like 3-4 minutes, then you have the time to brainstorm a little bit and to find those main goals, but you also separate out the things that are maybe less important in the process of all the thoughts that pop up in your brain. So I think it's a good way to see what it is you actually care about, and then also listening to what the other says and like adding little things writing extra little things on my paper. So I think it's a good process.
Yeah. Could you share with us one of your goals for 2021?
It's a lot of the same things that has been said already, but one of them is that I'm hoping to be able to get to know my school better, because I'm a first-year student, and at NHH where we're going, it's a very social community normally, but we've kind of ended up on the outside of all of it, obviously because of COVID. So I'm really hoping that by being active maybe in the student organizations and like taking part in what is happening, that I will get a stronger connection with my school.
I see. Thank you. Anyone else wants to share, or should we move on? Let me see. There
I
was
could share, like,
someone.
2 things or
Yeah.
if we have time, but
Yeah.
only if we have
Go
time.
ahead.
Yeah, basically, my goals right now is to finish my bachelor degree and to graduate and finish one project I work with USAID. At the same time, I want to get accepted into a Norwegian university because I'm still not a full-time student. I've been just accepted to, and at the same time, like, I'm gonna be in the international summer school in Oslo, and I hope that I will pass either trinn 4 or trinn 3. And basically that's it. That's my dream right now. So I hope it's gonna happen one day.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you for sharing. So the first thing about strategic planning, guys, is begin with the end in mind. Yeah. Are we clear about that, everyone? Yeah. To begin with the end in mind, we need to see what we want. We need to know what we need to see where we want to be at the end, first of all, and then make it as clear as possible. There are different scientific research about this, and some advice to write it down and rewrite it every week. For example, you sit down before the day starts and you rewrite your goal and you structure it. Okay, this area of my life, I have a goal number 1. The other area of my life, goal number 2. And when you rewrite it, something is happening with you in your mind. Your mind is working on more and more clear wording to put all the words together, and suddenly your goal becomes so clear to you. And when you look back, when you started for, let's say, 2 months ago, you can compare what you wrote. It will be different. I've tried it. But the book that I'm recommending is Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's very inspiring, and you can get it audio book when you go for a walk. You can just listen to it. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. All right. Thank you very much. We move on. And now, number 2, strategic planning, knowing who you are. This is number 2. What do I mean? I mean, how well do we know ourselves? How well do you know yourself? Your values, your principles, and your priorities, and your strengths. So what we're gonna do now is the next exercise. You have still your papers and your pens, right? Yeah, not pens. Pens you have, I guess, but the pen. Yeah. So we can choose. Either we will draw a coat of arms. This picture on the left is the coat of arms that consists of different parts. And we can decide, I mean, you can decide yourself. One of these triangles or the figure in the middle can be your core values that you can just list up in bullet points. The other part can be your principles or your priorities, you know, the coat of arms, the most important things that guide you through difficult times and happy times. Whether you live in your home country or you move to another country, whether you are on the track towards your goal or you are off track, you still have these values. I can give you an example. Courage is a value to me. I mean, no matter how scared I can be to do something new, I will still have to do it because my value is courage. I will dare myself. I will go out and expose myself to this challenge. Or trust is example on another value. Trust between people, trust to my colleague, trust to myself, trust myself that I can do it, trust. If there is something where we cannot trust, I will always go in that area and try to find out, try to ask careful questions, because I would like to make everything I can to maintain trust between us, between people. So it's just small examples, but there are so many other things: integrity, humility, honesty, curiosity. Yeah, you have your own. So either you can choose the coat of arms, or you can choose the coaching wheel. I guess you know both of these tools. The coaching wheel is you can think about a scale from 0 to 10. If we imagine that in the middle is a 0 and on the side of this circle is 10, is maximum. 10 is the desired quality of this area of your life. And then try to identify, where are you today? Are you at 3? Are you at 5? You know, do you understand the exercise?
A question about, I have several questions. Do we have to write all of the topics on the blue wheel or something, or can you write other topics too?
You can write your own topics. Yes, this is just an example.
But what about the coat of arms? What is going to be placed in the core of it?
You decide that. It's you. It will be it's for you, and it's who you are, and what is in the core for you. It's like you try to go inside yourself, maybe. Try to look for what is the most important for me. What is my core? And just put it out on paper. You can use 3 minutes. Choose one of these and just start it. We're not going to be done today, but just get started.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
So when we do this, we are representing, let's say, our career or our wealth or our relationships right now at this moment. How is it now, right? Okay.
Yes.
Contribution in this wheel, what does it mean?
It can mean, are you satisfied with your participation and contribution in different, let's say, groups or other arenas? It's like the way you are participating in different events. Yeah. But you can also change the categories. You don't have to take these categories. I've never done it on Zoom or Teams. Exercises like this we usually do in actual physical meeting. Have you guys done this before? No.
How many minutes do we have, Natalia?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you have 1-2 minutes more for this exercise. And then I will challenge someone who haven't spoken yet to share with us.
I've done it before, but the Norwegian version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good tool. All right. Maybe we can stop now and you guys continue later on when you have time. So, let's say Maria, Giselle, probably, would you like to share with us? Or Camila? If you guys are here, then we have Sarah. Sarah, would you like to share with us?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's great.
So I created the wheel thingy. Okay.
You created
And, the wheel, the armors, okay, the values.
Yeah, the first one. You took the first one.
Yeah, can you hear me well?
No, the sound is jumping a little bit.
Can you hear me better now after I turned off my camera? Okay, great. It looks like others can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the core of my values, I have honesty and transparency.
Yeah. We would like to see it. Can you show it to us, Sarah? Honesty and transparency.
Sure. Oh, hold on. I'll remove my background. Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
So you choose coat of arms.
Okay.
Where you, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Look at that. Honesty, transparency in the middle. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have boundaries.
Boundaries, yes.
Respect. Independence. Growth.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about my connection.
No problem. Growth. Can you say something about that? What does it mean to you?
Personal development, growth as in like self-awareness, you know, maybe doing therapy, as a coach, a mentor. That's growth. That's spiritual growth. Like I really value such growth. Skills is a form of growth, but like I truly value personality growth, like growing as a person and maturing your responsibility towards yourself, others, that kind of growth.
That's wonderful. Thank you. It's very exciting. I love what you're saying. Do we have anyone else who wants to show their beautiful picture? Okay, you know, I don't like when people don't answer. Then I have to ask Sophie. Would you like to show what you have?
Yeah, like I didn't write it or sign it down. So for me, it's more of a like personal development on always challenging yourself and trying to, I don't know, just take responsibility instead of being the one who's staying back. So rather to be the one going forward and saying, yeah, I'm going to do this position in this student organization because I want to take over responsibility and I want to do something that I might not yet be able to do, but I'll grow with it. So that's what's the main thing for me there.
Yeah. So this is your main principle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. Very good. Thank you. All right. Do we have anyone else who wants to share the result of their work? Let's see. Should I suggest, or do you want to jump in yourself? Melissa, do you want to show what you have? Which one did you choose? First one or second one?
I chose the second one, and I just kind of rated all of them from 1 to 10, 5 being the 0, like neutral.
Yeah.
I put health 10, wealth 5 because I'm a student, so I don't really have anything. Friends, I put 7 because I'm still new in Norway and I'm still we're still in like school class, so we're still getting to know each other. Family 10, playtime and hobbies is still neutral because I'm still trying to figure out all the hobbies require money and you have to find some time also with that, so I put like 0, still trying to figure that one out here in Norway. Relationship 10, career again 5 because I'm trying to do something with the studies instead of just finding a job. I mean, I have a job, but Corona is a problem here. Personal space 10 and contribution 8 because sometimes I'm a little bit lazy.
Right. Can we see your picture with all these dots?
I didn't do dots, I just did it like this. I don't know if you can see it a little bit bad quality.
It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, I mean, I just put numbers next to it. It's nothing special.
Yeah, very good. So if you try to put it afterwards on this wheel as a dots, right? And then you connect all these dots with lines, you get a figure, which is a weird figure. And
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the way we think is that the goal for us is to balance things so that it will be like a wheel that will rotate.
Yeah,
right?
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Very good, thank you. So we need to know who we are. We need to know what we want, where we want to be at the end, and then we need to know how to get there. Now I want to show you something. This is brought from abroad. It's an exercise we do both in professional life and with students to visualize the goal in front of us and to simulate the way towards the goal. We do something physical in the room. So it's called a chair exercise. We use a chair in a room and we put it in front of us. And we have like 5 meters between the chair and myself. And I look at this chair and I say, my goal is to find a company to do an internship with in Canada by December 2021, right? Something like that. I say what my goal is. And then the task will be for me to move from where I stand now towards this chair and sit down on it. If this conference was physical, I would invite some of you to this stage and we demonstrate it, but it's very bad we cannot do it. So I recorded a video with a student who does apprenticeship with NAV in Sandnes, where I work. And I will show you this video now, and then I want that we discuss what you notice. Let's check. So I used a student, her name is Camilla. She studies sociology at the University of Stavanger. And she's doing a practice or arbeidstraining at NAV as a social worker. And she wants to become a gjeldsrådgiver, is someone who is advising about debts and money to our clients. This is Camilla. You see the screen that Pascal is sharing, yeah? So this girl is Camilla, and so I will explain. In this video, Camilla was asked to sit down on a particular chair that I took away once she put a cover on her eyes. The point of this covering of the eyes was to symbolize the challenge. When we make a plan, we think that it's going to go like this, but in reality, things change and we can have some difficulties. So the plan doesn't always go as we thought. And then I moved the chair to see, to demonstrate that the plan also can be changed and the goal can be changed. And then people who were in front of Camilla, they were just there to create the reality of situation. It can be difficulties on the way, or it can be just people she meets, or just anything basically. It's not that we are working towards our goal without anything. We are not alone in this world. So there I run to move the chair away. And she's working towards the goal, and she meets someone on her way, and she's trying to get through, and it's not so easy. Then she changed the direction. She's changing the direction. And then she finds a chair, and she thinks this is the right chair for her. But this was not her chair. And then, no, she understood it and she moved further. Okay, where is my chair? She's trying to find it. She never asked for help. She could ask for help. There was people she met on the way, but she didn't.
Da var 1 minutt over.
And then she had limited time. This lady is a coach in NAV, and she's asking, what did you experience when you went towards the chair in this exercise? And she said that actually she decided to go straight ahead, but once she put the cover on her eyes, she realized how difficult it can be, and that she had to watch her steps and plan every step very carefully. Yeah, can we watch more?
Nå bestemte jeg meg for at jeg ville gå rett frem istedenfor. Ja. Jeg kjente jeg måtte gå senere, for jeg hadde jo et bind for øynene, så jeg så jo ikke noe. Men når jeg traff jeg jo noe på en helt annen måte, så det var i veien, og da var jeg sånn, jeg vil ikke gå bakover denne gangen, men jeg vil heller prøve å gå til sides. I stedet for å havne liksom alt for langt bak, så da hadde jeg gjerne blitt presset enda lenger bak. Men jeg kjente jo, jeg satt meg jo feil stol, jeg var sånn, denne står feil vei!
It's very difficult to hear. I don't know, guys, if you can hear this at all. But yeah, can you?
Yeah, I can.
I could hardly hear it.
Yeah, right. I know. It's too bad. So she's saying that when she met the person in front of her, she was thinking, what should she do? Should she go backwards now, or should she just turn around? And so she was really planning in her head how she's going to make it. And then when she sat down on this chair, she realized that this must be the wrong chair, because I'm sitting with my face with the wrong direction. The chair she was supposed to sit on was supposed to be faced in a different direction. Yeah, but anyways, the point of this exercise is to show you the alternative way how to simulate, either for yourself or for your group of peers, let's say a game or the role game, where you can simulate how people achieve their goals, and then all people do it in different way. We had students who pushed away those they met on the way, or became very aggressive, and then they describe themselves as they are fighters and they have to fight for their goals and everything. And then we have people who just take it really easy and ask for help, those they meet. So it's a really different experiences. So I would like you guys to tell me, what do you think about a tool like that when we visualize our goal? I was thinking to go into breakout rooms, but we don't have time for that. So we can just share here in plenum. If you can share what you think about an exercise like this, and do you think you want to try it? Do you want to use it somewhere? Anna.
Me, right? Yeah, I would like to actually use it. I think this is a really effective exercise, especially because it's somewhat psychological in a way. Because you said that, you know, there are people that have been pretty aggressive, and they're the other group, which is the type of group that would like ask for help. So I think that applies to us in real life as well. It depends also, and it also depends on the goal that we have and on the feelings that we have. And this is a perfect exercise. Like, I definitely use it in one of my projects.
Yeah, try it out. Let me know how it went. And if you have any questions how to do it, just ask.
Yeah.
Yes, it's kind of logical that this kind of experiment will be used in other projects, because the experiment Natalia showed is more kind of physical, while the other projects we have, whether it's to write a novel or to get fit or something else, is they don't involve people in kind of direct way like that.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this exercise show us what type of people we are? Like, is it sort of a self-awareness kind of exercise? Because we get to see we're gonna ask for help, or we're gonna fight and push, or we're gonna stay silent and try to find, does it like something about ourselves?
Yeah, I think so. It can be demonstrating what strategies a person has in a real life. It's very similar how we act in situations like that. I can give you an example. I work with people who have different cultural backgrounds, and my project at work is helping them to be integrated in the Norwegian society in Sandnes municipality. And this one lady who was executing this exercise, she is from Syria as a country, and she was taking a first step, second step, and then she just stops and she asks me, what should I do? Should I just go to my goal? And I tell her, you decide yourself what you will do. There is your chair, the task for you, go get it. Sit down. How you're gonna do it is totally up to you. You can choose anything in this room. You can choose to do anything. And then what she said was, I just realized I have never taken a single decision in my life myself. And that was an adult woman who comes from culture where it's not common that women take their own decisions, for example.
There are some people.
So for her, it was a very strong thing to experience. So she left the room with something she felt, something she experienced on her body, and she left the room another person.
That is a beautiful exercise. I will totally use it in my workshops, like with kids.
I just can't. I just can't understand people that are supporting that kind of culture, like the one where women can decide anything by themselves. In Iran, there was actually a soccer player who was denied to travel to a qualification for a women's championship because her husband denied her to do so. It was an Iranian soccer player. That's just outrageous.
Yeah, like in Saudi Arabia, how like women didn't have the lov till å kjøre. They didn't have, like, it took them time, it took them years to get driving license, to get women to actually get driving licenses.
I'm actually Egyptian, and AIESEC has empowered me in many ways to actually be independent and try different things, meet different people, know that things are allowed in other countries. It was just being part of AIESEC was such an enlightening experience for me. I've always been an independent Egyptian, but with AIESEC, you get to meet women who are like Maria, who are like, this is outrageous. And for me, I'm like, oh, really? Like, there's another life out there where this is not even there. So AIESEC has been always part of my life, and thankful for AIESEC for exposing me to different cultures and helping me meet different people who have inspired me and who have supported me and helped me be the person I am today.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sarah. I experienced AIESEC as an international student for 10 years ago when I moved to Norway, and I've got friends that I still have for today. This is one thing. The other thing is that I've tried to do something in AIESEC, some responsibility area that I've got. It was talent management. And this is something that led me to my dream job today. So yeah, I agree with you very much. You got to try a lot of things and you test yourself in many ways. While you're a student, you play real game. And it's quite professional. We are running out of time. I can share a lot of things with you, but it has to be another time, I guess. I really would like to hear a feedback, a couple of words. What do you take with you guys from this session today? Can you please say very shortly, one sentence or one word? My friend, can we start with you? You're the first one in on my screen, you know.
Well, I really, when you were telling the story about the woman from Syria, was it? Did the chair game, that really, yeah, gave me a new perspective. So that was a very, very nice story. But yeah, I think everything about how you can set goals and you can think that there's a certain way you're going to do them and you're going to like have success or etc. But that you can never plan. Like you don't know what kind of obstacles you will meet. But it's still important to plan and have the general goal in the end and know what you want to do, and then just be prepared to be flexible in achieving that goal. And yeah, finding new ways and being creative, and yeah.
I think I've
You're the
learned
one
a
to
bit
reach
more
them.
about how to prioritize goals, and yeah, this session gave me willing to kind of start trying to achieve my goals.
Very good. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you. Sophie, anything you take with you from today's session?
Yeah, I feel like you've shown me that it might be a good idea to actually write my goals down instead of just having them in my head. And yeah, I just really liked it overall.
That's great. I'm very glad. Thank you.
I think the best part of this session was the advice to constantly look at the goal you want to achieve. That's motivating.
Yeah. And I can, if I may, I would like to share with you those 3 books that change your life, guys. Maybe you will find them not so, maybe they will be in the right time now, or maybe you keep them for later in your life, in your career. But these books that I recommend from the bottom of my heart, and this is Stephen Covey, is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the one I mentioned before. The next book is The Speed of Trust. The Speed of Trust. The Speed of Trust. Then later in your career, when you start a new job, try to read, or better listen to, a book called 91st Days. These are the books that give you practical advice. It's not theory. This is very practical books. If you liked what I did on the workshop today, do something practical to achieve results better and faster. These are the books that have a lot of those stuff. The Speed of Trust, and then 91st Days, and then also I can show you, you have probably seen it, one of the books, let me see, Daring Greatly, right? That's what we started this workshop with, Dare Greatly. Brené Brown, you have heard her and you've seen the videos with her. She's a researcher, a therapist, talking about braveness or daring and vulnerability, and a lot of good stuff, a lot of deep values that help us be motivated towards our goals and keep us stronger. So these are a couple of books I wanted to share with you. It was really great to see and to meet you guys, and I'm just so inspired to meet the top students of Norway, and I wish you best of luck, and I'm sure that you will achieve all your goals. Don't make anything stop you. Don't doubt yourself. Dare greatly, okay? And remember, 80% of success is showing up. Go out there and try to give it all and never regret what you have done.